Alright, it is April 1st. I'm at 944 Pine Ridge Drive. And Stone Mountain have the original scope of work and the quote for the work to be done. And want to go through and review some of the repairs that were supposed to be done and those that were done. And one of the first things I want to point out is we are missing 3 screens in the front. There's actually a total of 5 screens missing. We've got issue below these windows, and I'll point out a few more that have water damage, and looks like they may have been some repair. Hard to tell from the ground, but definitely needed to be painted. Now the front steps I have an issue with. The handrails were added as they were supposed to be, but you can see the sloppy paint job that was done and the overspray. But really these concrete steps should have been ripped out. They've sunken 1.5 inches or 2 inches. They need to be removed and replaced with wooden steps so that they conform with code and function the way they're supposed to. Taking a look down, we can see we've got a missing downspout over here. Now the gutters were supposed to be repaired and cleaned, but most of the gutters are dented or damaged in some form or fashion. None have been replaced. We have pine straw and debris sticking out of the tops. You can see we still have loose nails here, and here's one at the end. So nothing was ever done about that. It does not appear. We have another missing downspout here. The siding was supposed to be repaired where damaged and replaced and painted, but you can see we continue to have damage both on the front of the fireplace as well as on the side of the fireplace. Now this calls out for the fascia to have been replaced, and I'm assuming that it is this section that was done, but was not well painted. So if this is the area that was replaced, I'm assuming, because I can see paint on the shingles, that was really poorly done. We head around to the back of the house. There was a call out for miscellaneous repairs, and I have to assume this access door was one where we have just complete rot here. And while we're in the backyard, I want to point out we've got concrete here. We have trash and debris. We have all of the styrofoam from where the copper was stolen that's never been cleaned up. Here at the back of the yard, we have more debris here. We have roofing shingles in the yard. We have a tree that's fallen and not been removed that actually extends over to the neighbor's yard. And we have old tires just sitting in the back. All of that was blatantly obvious and shouldn't have escaped anyone's judgment. You can see here the gutters. We have a very badly damaged section right here. Missing again. The rest of the downspout here, as well as we have a large open gap here around the condensation lines that should have been repaired. Now the steps were called out to be stained, repaired, and stained, but instead they were painted and not stained, and really painted very poorly. You can see where raw wood still shows continuously. Looking at the different balusters on the rails. That is not complete coverage. Here on the outside, I'll show you that they didn't clean. Not only did they do a poor job painting, they didn't remove the pine straw before they painted. So they painted right over the pine straw that was in place, thus locking it in place. And I would have recommended that they add an extra post here at the base to help straighten out the railing. Structurally it's sound, but aesthetically it's not. But you can see the variations in color as you look across the deck. You can see that we continue to have some badly damaged wood here, and where that's pulling away, that's actually a danger to a tenant. Missing screen here. Don't know when this happened, but we've got overpaint on the back door. And again, coming back to the siding, we have completely rotted. This is completely soft. I think you can see that both here and this whole bottom section right here. You can see this just that all those first two rows need to be removed. You can see where that was never done as it should have been. Looking at the roof, I certainly have some suspicions about the roofing. Don't see any signs of water damage on the interior right now, but there's a section here below this eave where we have raw wood exposed that definitely should have been addressed, and I'm imagining was called out on the inspection report. As we work our way around the side, I want to point out more rot to the window. This should have been replaced. I mean, that's just a gaping eyesore, and you can see just how soft this is. As well as, I'm having to imagine this is a repair that took place, because the painting, well, it's hard to tell in the shadow right now, is discolored, but it was done with the wrong material, and they completely oversprayed the siding here. So that whole, even if they were going to use an unmatching material, they should have replaced that whole bottom so that it matched and looked consistent and didn't leave such an ugly seam right here. And here again you can see the discoloration with the painting. So, and continue to see the nails sticking out of the gutter and the trash and the debris in the gutters. So that's the status of the exterior, and we'll head inside now.